That is one of the things that the Center for Ethics and the Rule of Law is examining. We are trying to figure out what are the ways that we can protect ourselves and the public against the corruption of our information stream without making incursions on the freedom of the press, which of course is an important First Amendment right that we don't want to see curtailed. But that's something that needs much more investigation and much more exploration, bringing together minds from a number of different disciplines. We need journalists, we need national security experts, we need lawyers, we need psychologists, we need tech companies to be in on those conversations. And somehow we have to bring all of these groups into conversation with one another and come up with joint solutions that can be adopted both in legislation and in our educational communities and in our journalistic practices.
It's like you're carpet bombing with legislation when you need to be a lot more, in my view, as a military guy, you need to be a lot more precise to handle what's happening here. This is a military op.
This is a national security issue. And we do have legislation and policies that need to be brought to the fore to recognize it as such.
Go into Google search and put in this question: who was the first black president of the United States? So if you just search that, you'll understand what I'm talking about when I say that search is a problem.
Now, for me, the question is, how do you get real news circulating? How do you get real dialogue circulating? To focus on fake news as something that can be blocked off and walled off, to me, is to go completely down the wrong path.
Civic education on media literacy at an early age, meaning before high school, is absolutely a critical component of the solution.
2 billion people on Facebook, and that's where everybody gets their news. They get their news from pictures, not writing. The Russians are attacking us. People are trolling and saying intemperate things on the internet. All right, suppose all of that went away. Would the election result have been any different? I don't believe it would have.
So we not only have fake news, we have fake authors of real news.
When it comes to a foreign intelligence activity directed against the people, that we need to be looking at government to see what obligations do they have to inform people more in advance.
Educating the public on the fact that there was a foreign entity that was injecting information into our information space.
Everyone in this room, whether or not you're a lawyer, whether you're coming from the DOJ, you should have the ability and constitutional right to step into the role of a journalist if you want to. It is the only profession really mentioned in the Constitution as this is free.
There are no filters on any of this now. And so I think it is reasonable to say, let's decide as a society how we protect the interest of all of us, not just a few of us.